I told him it was going to be a gritty game, physical game. I wanted to dictate more of it. I thought they dictated it early, and then we kind of found a way once we knew what the game was about. Right? A lot of turnovers early. I think 8 in the first quarter, or 8 or 9 in the first quarter. And then once we kind of figured out how to play against it, I thought we got better. But, I mean, it really came down to our defense. Our defense really was elite in the second quarter and the fourth, and that's where we put the game away both times.
What did you make of the second half? Because at the end of the first half, there was a little bit of a back and forth and some words, and you could tell the intensity was starting to ratchet up a little bit, so I felt like it was going to be an interesting second half.
Yeah, I mean, at halftime we told them, it's like, we're the better team. So let's not let this stuff rattle us. Like, I like the feistiness, but it can't take us out of our game, right? And I thought we did a better job of that in the second half. We still had to get on some guys that, calm down. Just get out. Just stop talking. Stop talking. Let your play do the talking. That's really what it came down to.
How hard is it to evaluate, certain guys versus others? And what I mean by that is, like, a guy like Leonard's been here a few years versus, guys like, Baron Jaden that are just getting here. So how do you kind of like look at each guy individually as opposed to just the overall team success of having a win?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Leonard Miller was huge for us. He had an awesome second half. I mean, we needed that offense, and he produced it. It was great to see because in the last game he didn't have it. But with Leonard, he's just naturally gifted, and we want to see the growth in other small areas. And one thing I think he's really done a good job of this Summer League is defend. And that's what I told him before Summer League started. I said, if you want to play next year, you have to show you can defend. Because his offense, it'll be there, it'll come and go. If he's 1 for 3 in a game in a short stint, but he's defending, we'll live with that. We're good with that. Yep. But if he's 1 for 3 and he's giving up back cuts and stuff like that, then we're gonna have a problem with it. And as far as Johan goes, he just doesn't know what he doesn't know, right? The first 2 games, especially the first game, it was just kind of easy, free flowing, playing against drop coverage. Today they were up in coverage, so we haven't even really worked on like opening up to the ball, getting to the pocket, all that stuff. So, we didn't really know exactly how they were going to defend us. I didn't expect them to be that aggressive with us all game, but now I know. I mean, it's a good game plan for us, and we'll work on that. We'll work through some things, stuff on a back-to-back, but I thought everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's contributing in every way they can.
I was going to ask about Johan because there were a couple of situations or trips down the court where defensively, where they called a foul on somebody else or on him. It seemed like his teammates were kind of trying to coach him up about certain situations. Do you feel like the guys really have his back in that way and trying to help him?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen Rob take him to the side. I've seen all kinds of guys bring him along. There is a little language barrier, especially when the game's going and you're trying to tell him something quick. Or even like out of a timeout, drawing something up. So we gotta. That's simple. I mean, that's just going to take a little time. I mean, he picked up English within the year, so and he's already has a pretty good grasp of it. It's just like in the game, it's hard. It's like when you're in Europe and you think you have a good language, and then you're at a table and everybody's socializing. You're like, I don't know what's happening. So it's like that.
How do you feel Rob has kind of progressed over the 3 games that he's played? First game, he had a lot of turnovers. Even this game, the first quarter, he looked kind of rocky at times. Just what have you been looking for out of him, just development-wise, as games go on?
Yeah, I mean, I just really want to see him run the team and start thinking about what we can run for certain guys, run from himself, what their coverage is. I mean, they were trying to blue everything on the side, so we couldn't get over the top. So what do? You pass and chase in that instance. These are all things that are just, you get a ton of reps. These are all really NBA reps right now. This is good. This is a good quality game here, especially against that team. They were really good defensively. So just seeing it all, seeing different coverages, and he's done a better job of trying to get us into different kind of plays. It's just like he's going through the Rolodex in his head, and it's getting a little deeper now. So.
How hard is that for like a young guard to just grasp? I mean, it's not like it was 20 years ago where it was just pick and roll entry passes. Now there's multiple different defenses. Just how hard is it for a guy his age to just pick up on all that?
I think it's really tough. I mean, especially when you get into like the season and now you're putting in plays every week, and I mean that playbook gets massive. As a point guard, you got to know them all. got to know everybody's spots on the floor. So it's a lot. It's a lot of study. It's like a quarterback. All right.